All right. Well, I think we've done it. Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm so happy. I hope this works. So this is the first time I've gone live on YouTube. And I'm thinking about doing this more, but we'll talk more about that in just a minute. So I'm very excited. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on, and I have to apologize for not having been here, but stuff has happened. Anyway, very excited. Okay. So first thing, we talked about yarn crawl. And this is crochet month. So everyone, big hugs. Happy crochet month. Yes, lots of wonderful things were happening today, this month. Unfortunately, though, we're still in COVID. So that had a little bit of a drag on yarn crawl. As you may or may not know, usually what happens is my daughter and we take off and we hit every single store in one day. Like we plan it out, we map it out, we know exactly what order we're going in. I mean, it's this big ordeal and we love it. And it's the challenge to get through all of the stores before they close and get the stamps. And it's just a great adventure, right? Not to mention to see the great stores. This year, of course, because of COVID, they went virtual almost at the last minute. I mean, they were talking about social distancing, and I really wish they had done that. It put a huge damper. I spoke to several people as we were crisscrossing, coming into stores, waiting to get into stores, and it would have been really nice had they had more of the social distancing and allowed more of that interaction. I know that several of the people that I spoke to were kind of sad about that. This was a highlight or a part of, one of their highlights. So anyway, hopefully, Lord willing, next year we won't be in this and we can actually get out there. So I'm hoping. All right. But it was still great. For the first time, I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered the bag this year. Of course, this is before they knew that they were going to have to not have the live or the in-person thing. So this was great. It's a backpack. Check this out, guys. And it cinches. So isn't that great? I mean, this would have been fabulous when you're out shopping. I mean, this would have been so much fun. Really, really would have. I was very much looking forward to it. Kind of a neat design. I like it. It's not quite as robust as far as designs are concerned like they've had in the last few years. So a little sad on that too. But I went to this new store. So this is House of a la Mode, and it was small shop. It's in Gresham, downtown Gresham. Super cute. Oh my gosh, Gresham has been doing some fabulous stuff. I remember being there quite some years ago, and it wasn't quite so cute. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely adorable. So I went to the store. This is where I told them I was going to pick up my bag. Okay. So this is where I went, and it was adorable, really sweet, very nice. And one of the great things that the Yarn Crawl still did, they still got a lot of foot traffic. Now, mind you, the store's only been open since like August. So but they've been doing well, and even better that the Yarn Crawl actually created some foot traffic. So I'm so ecstatic about that. Thank you, Yarn Crawl, for including them and helping this new yarn shop, because we don't have enough of them. We really don't. It was a small little store, but it had some beautiful yarn. Yes, they had some beautiful yarn, and I took the last two. Check this out. Check this out. I mean, is this not yummy, 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 yummy? Look at this. I love this color. So it's like a blue periwinkle. It has some little purple lilac, and it's not really pink, but it's not really cream. It's kind of in there. I love this. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I had to have it. And it was the last two. So the minute they said it's the last two, I said, oh, well, I have to have it because it's not going to be there again. This is the first time I've ever bought their yarn. It's super soft. Love it. The Wandering Flock. And the color is called Sunsets in Brooklyn. It's a fingering weight. It has about 400 yards, so that's really nice. I mean, I thought it was really great. It was hand dyed in Brooklyn, New York. So that's right here in the good old USA. So that makes me happy too. Now, one thing I will say is I haven't used the yarn, so I don't know how it'll work up with a crochet hook. Remember, most yarns are an S twist, not a Z twist. And a Z twist tends to be better for crocheters because the yarn doesn't unravel itself. But we'll see. I think it's going to be beautiful. I'm really very excited. And all the information for everything that I'm showing you and I'm talking about is going to be down in the description for you. Promise I haven't started yet. So love it. Can't decide. I'm really thinking a top. I've been a lot into tops lately. I don't know why, but I loved it. I thought it was fabulous. So that was the one. I only stopped at 2 stores. But you'd be surprised how many people I ran into in 2 stores. So the next one I went to was another all-time favorite. It's a staple. Usually that's the very first store we hit, which is the Starlight Society. Starlight Society. And so we went there. It was great. Again, they're down below. And I got a couple of little pins because I have this addiction to pens all of a sudden. Isn't that cute? It's sushi. But it's a skein of yarn that looks like sushi on, okay. Had to have it, right? Had to have it. And you all know I'm a bag lady. I just can't help myself. This will not be the last of them, but look what a great little stand-up bag, Notions bag this is. It has a traveler's motif. I was supposed to be doing a lot of traveling already by now, but we all know. So anyway, isn't that awesome? I loved it. And look what a great bottom that has. I mean, that stands up beautifully. I really like that. I really, really do like that. And of course, there are little airplanes because of hubby. And this was from beautiful Syster at the Starlight yarn store. And I just loved it. I thought it was great. Okay, so there's that one. Next, because you know how much I love this store. And I couldn't help myself. I was going to wait until we were together, but I couldn't wait. Sorry, guys. I just could not wait. Oh my gosh. I'm going to make a mess here. Okay. So we all know Slip Stitch Studios, and I love her stuff. I really do. I just can't get enough of her stuff. And they always do this as a little thank you. They'll send you something, and they sent me, it's a narwhal, and it says feeling stabby. And let's see if I can get that so you can see that. Is that not the cutest little thing ever? I love it. All right. And it is I can use it as a crochet stitch marker. So there's that. And I'm going to get to my all-time favorite piece last. So what I did do is I love these little triangular bags. Usually I have no clue what I'm going to do with these, except for these I do. And these are not going to be used for anything that she suggests. This is going to actually hang as decorations. I'm going to use ribbons and I'm going to tag them with names because each one reminds me of one of my children. And I can't tell you how much. So the only reason, well, let's start, since I have this one in my hand, we're going to start with Paige. And Paigey is now working at a veterinary hospital, which is funny. It's a long story, but it's like she did, and then she didn't, then she did. Anyway, so now she's working there, and that's why it's doggies. Although her favorite animal is a hedgehog, but that was the closest thing for right now because I'm like, I have to do this now. And then because it's already in that order, this next one, look at this fabric. Is this not the cutest fabric ever? But it has Snow White on it. And my oldest daughter, Tori, loved Snow White. So much so that for like the first 4 or 5 years of her life, her hair had to be cut like her. She had to dress like her. We watched that movie so many times. Let me tell you, it took a long time to be able to hear that whistle and not start twitching. All right. And this is for my son, my bonus son. So Paige is my bonus daughter and Liam is my bonus son, and he loves flamingos. So this reminds me of him. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right. And then this last but not least, and this one, look at this. And I will tell you, everything that she has made out of this fabric, because I was checking for the names, because all of the description, it's in the description, all of this, including the names of the different fabrics. This is the only one I couldn't find the name of because it's completely sold out. I'm sorry to tell you, it's completely sold out. But my little cat is becoming quite a little seamstress, and she was the most adorable Cinderella when she was a little one. I have this one image. She had her hands on her hips, and she's all, and let me tell you, the attitude in that little girl, I have got to take that picture and just blow it up because I love it. But anyway, I've got all 4 of my kids, right? I've got all 4 of my kids here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on ribbons, and I'm going to like hang them from my ceiling in my yarn room because they're all yarn related. That's what I said. But they all remind me of them. Isn't that a great, just little things, little notes. And then I was thinking as time goes on, I could put little notes in here of things that happened throughout the years with them and their major moments, and then someday when they decide they have to look at it because I'm not here anymore, maybe it'll have some cute little memories for them. We'll see. Anyway. All right. So that's that. And now this is a needle Nook. So isn't this pretty? This is in the Spanish tiles, and I loved it. So I've been looking at this for a while, and this primarily, usually you see her have this advertised with knitting needles, and then you put the knitting needles inside, and then you snap it, and it's to keep the project from unraveling. But you can do the same with crochet hook. And I was thinking, that is fascinating. So I'm going to use it. I haven't used it yet. It also has this little pocket here so you can keep, accoutrements or something in there. But I thought that was fascinating. I'm going to try this out and let you know how it works for us crocheters, because it's different, right? Knitters and crocheters are different, but things can be interchangeable. And I wanted to see how interchangeable this is going to be. So we're going to try that out. I'll probably record a video for that. And because I do have pattern keepers and whatnot, I love narwhals. I got these. Aren't these great? They're little narwhalies. Narwhals. Okay. I love this. She calls them magnetic bookmarkers, which they definitely can be used as bookmarkers. There's no reason why they can't. And they do come in 3 sizes. So you can see that there's a really long one and then a medium one and a short one. So depending on how big your book is. But I usually use these in her pattern keepers, which I adore her pattern keepers because they're really super easy to use and they keep their patterns nice and clean. But this was just adorable. I had to have these guys. Here we go. Had to have it. All right. And that's for that. Now, I am so excited to share this with you. So I've seen this on her site for a little bit. She's had these out for a little bit, and it never really clicked in my head until this last time when I was just going through it because of the princess fabrics. And so I was looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute, this is brilliant. So she's made, it's a lot like the pattern keepers. Okay, I had to pick this one out, right? Crochet for live, crochet to live to crochet, right? Had to do it. So it has snap closures, as you can see at the bottom. The only thing I would say is that this no snap closure has little knitting needles at the top, and that was a little disappointing for me because it says live to crochet. Just saying. And on the other side, it has a pocket. Sorry, on the allergies. It has a little pocket. Okay, so you can keep something in there. But this is what's fabulous. So I was thinking, hopefully being able to start traveling here soon. This is supposed to help you travel. These snaps are not metal. They're plastic. The zipper, I believe, is plastic. No, it's metal. Well, the zipper itself is plastic, but I think the little pull is metal. It has these pockets that you can definitely put crochet hooks, and here's some more pockets up here for taller ones. Okay. On the other side, look at this. It has pockets again, right? For crochet hooks, and the way that it folds, it won't let anything fall out. See, she was very, very smart. She put the openings towards the middle. So you don't have to worry that if you grab this like this, it's going to go everywhere. And as long as you got both sides, you're not going to go anywhere. So that was fabulous. But check this out. Right? Snaps. Okay, the snaps to another little pouch with a little zipper. So this is where, if you're traveling, and I was thinking about this, if you're traveling, how fabulous is this you can keep, I've got to make sure I'm putting this in right. So you could keep your crochet hooks in here. You can put a pair of scissors, a tape measure, stitch markers, chaps. I always have chapstick. We've done this, what do you keep in your notions pouch? Chapstick. I always keep a snack size Ziploc baggie in here too in any of my bags, because that's your little trash can now for any little bits and pieces you snip off, right? So how fabulous is that? And you button all of this up and think about it. Here's your notions and everything, right? So if you're traveling around, especially if you're traveling by plane or where you're limited on space, this is fabulous. And even a pattern, if you have it printed out, you could technically fold it up. I'm a little neurotic. I don't like to fold up my patterns if I don't have to. But in this case, you can fold it up and put it in there. And even still, you're not using a pattern keeper, but you want to be able to keep your place. You could use this. And because they're magnetic on both sides, they would just keep together. How cute is that? Or you can put it in whatever you want to do. Or on the inside, whatever's going to be. But you have it all together. How fabulous is this? And of course, crochet to live to crochet. I think I'm going to start living by that model. Okay. What do you think? What do you think? Isn't that fabulous? I was just flabbergasted when it finally clicked into my noggin. My cranium said, hey, what a fabulous idea. So I loved it. I just fell in love with it. I thought it was fabulous, and I wanted to share that with you. All right. So I have a question for you, and I have a sneak peek. I'll give you the question first. Okay. So the question is as follows. What do you think of lives? Would you like to have more lives happening? And if you would, what time do you think would be a good time to have the lives? So I put down the questions down there, right? What do you think about having lives consistently, every week instead of just a recorded video? So that way we can interact if you wanted to. A. B, if we did do lives, which day? Wednesday or Sunday? Right? I was thinking Wednesday. And the reason I was thinking Wednesday is because that's that over the hump thing, Most of us, that's the hump day. What day is it? So I was thinking, Wednesday, we could do it Wednesday night. And so Wednesday or Sunday in the evenings, like 6:30, 7 o'clock. What do you think? Right? So I'm posing that question to you. There, down in the comments, in the description is the list of questions. And let me know. Tell me what you think. Put them in the comments or meet me back on the Facebook page and let me know there. If you're not a member of my Facebook group, you can make yourself a member of my Facebook group and let me know there. I am going to be simultaneously casting to both locations because I just think that's a great way to do things. People are in different spots. But what do you think? I like the idea, but I wanted to see what you guys thought. All in the name of consistency and giving you guys more. All right. So with that said, how long have we been on? We haven't been on for long. That's great. Okay. Because usually I babble a lot, right? We all know this. Okay. So I think in the last video, I told you about how there's so many changes. First off, I'm not even in my crochet room, right? I'm in my office. As you can see from the background, and all of this is going to be revamped. Okay. A lot of this stuff back here is going to be revamped. And you see all the sparklies because I am a Park Lane stylist. So that's part of why you see all those, but you're not everything's being represented. That's why all these beautiful little jewels are. But the other thing too is Tula 12. And if you haven't heard of Tula 12 is all about planners. Okay. Paper planners. And I have been, sorry, my nose is just going crazy. Hold on, guys. Because this is just nuts. All of a sudden, it just itches. It's this weather, I'm telling you. All right. So with that said, Tula 12. Okay, so Tula 12 are planners, paper planners, I have had every size paper planner pretty much ever made. And over the years, I have been using paper planners since latter part of middle school, all through high school, all through college and all through the rest of my life, which at this point is a pretty long time. Okay. And depending upon what was going on in my life is what size planner I was using. And that is still holding true today. Only now I've also learned how to separate it. So I have several planners. And one of the, for me, when it comes to Tula 12, this is totally proprietary. Nobody else in the industry is doing that. And I think it's brilliant. Okay. They have removable covers. So the base, okay, stays the same. And these are the TNs, the Traveler's Notebooks. So they're the ones that are notebooks that you put on the elastic on the inside. But you can unzip the cover and change the cover. And you don't have to worry about taking all of that apart. I'm not going to show you this. This is my EDC, my everyday carry. And that's something special is happening to that one. I have this one here that I just showed you that nothing has happened to yet. And this is going to be my design. It's not a binder, it's a cover. But this is the design cover for my designing. So my crochet designs and all of that. And this is my faith binder or faith cover. And so this is what I've done. So before they didn't have, whoops, before it did, and this is a sneak peek, right? You haven't seen the other two and I haven't talked about this, but before all it had was the little owl and all of these stripy lines and everything else was from me. So in the next video, we're going to be going over how to customize with crochet appliques, how to customize your own. And it doesn't have to be an organizer planner. It could be a notebook. It can be a purse for that. Ooh, I just gave myself ideas. We'll start here and then we'll move on. But yeah, definitely going to have to let you see what I'm doing with these guys. It's going to be so much fun. And when I do this video, I will put in the description. I'll also have the links to all of the different patterns that I used, because obviously if I didn't create the pattern, I used somebody else's pattern. They need the credit for it. They came up with the most adorable little stuff. Just wait till you see what I do to my EDC. It is going to be so much fun. So that is that. I am just so excited to be back and to be in front of you, and hopefully this is going to be the start of something fabulous. I do have some interviews lined up, but because of language barriers, I'm still trying to work out how I'm going to do those. It may just be me sending them some questions and then letting you know who these people are and telling you their backstory, which I don't mind doing because they're talented, they're wonderful, and I want you to know about them. Designers of any ilk and size, color, whatever, they're just fabulous people, you know. And yes, I design a little bit, not much, not to the caliber of these people, really, and the talent. It's just wonderful. I had the honor to be a pattern tester for one of these ladies that I'm going to be talking to. And it was great. It was really a wonderful experience. So I've never really tested a pattern before. I've done lots of patterns and we've talked about some of them, but I've never tested a pattern. So when you test a pattern, what you're doing is they give you the pattern. And in this case, she said, okay, tell me what size you want. And as long as there were enough people to give everybody sizes, you got to do the size. I got to do my size. So now you know it's something wearable. And she said, okay, what size do you want? And I got to do my size. And of course, now I have the finished product. I had to pay for the yarn, but I was gifted as a thank you the pattern. And the pattern has all the sizes on it. So it's not just my size. But it was really great. It was a great experience because you get to exchange ideas with other people who are crocheting as well as the designer themselves. And sometimes, when you're in the middle of something and you're creating something, you see it your way. But until somebody else who is not living in your cranium goes and tries it, then you don't really know if it's understood. And that's what this is. And so it's kind of like editing, kind of in a way. So it was really great. It was a wonderful experience. Will I do it again? Probably, but I'm going to wait a little bit because here's the thing. I signed up for it I was on track. Everything was fine. And then we had that freeze. So a whole week, I lost an entire week of crocheting because I was so cold I couldn't crochet. No joke. It was that bad. So, and I shouldn't complain because Texas had it a lot worse. And if you are out or you were out in Texas, if you experienced that, I just, wow, my heart is just going with you because I can only imagine you're still dealing with things. We're already fine. So with that said, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're enjoying your evening. And please let me know what you think because that's going to determine whether I go live or whether I just keep doing the recordings, edit them, and then post them for you. So that brings me to another question. So if I post them, what days would you like me to post? Does it not make a difference to you? Do you even care as long as they're there? Yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't rock the desk because I just noticed that the camera was moving. Anyway, tell me what you think. Give me your opinions. I'd love to know. All right, everyone. Be safe. And as always, keep on stitching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.